It's bugged because I'm so always behind that side, man. This shit is just...
I'd like to introduce T. Theron Smif. Wait, what's your name?
Yeah, Theron.
Because you got like 5 million names. And where'd you come up with the name T. Smif?
T, I've been T since a baby. So my mother and my whole family, they've been calling me T. And then Smif is, like I said, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, so Smith turns to Smith. Brooklyn born and raised.
You've got 2 companies. You've got Brooklyn Muse.
The BrooklynMuse.com, which is an online, I like to call it an online flea market, but that's only building up right now.
And then you've got the Kings County Cinema Company.
Kings County Cinema Company, which is, which I pretty much operate all my brand under, all my ventures, everything that I do business-wise is under the Kings County Cinema Company.
So how did you start? Like, what basically motivated you to, start film and wanting to be a part of that life, that culture?
All right, so 9 years old, my father gave me my first camera. Father's a photographer, mother's a painter. The most consistent thing has been a camera since 9 years old.
And at some point, your mother became a single mother. So how did she keep that love, how did she keep that alive with you? How did she continue that?
I'm definitely a piece of my father, definitely a piece of my mother, equally. You know what I'm saying? So even not being, not being exposed to my father a lot, I'm just still metaphysically tied into him forever.
But your mother supported the whole film and
but she never pushed me to be a filmmaker or push this on me and everything. How she supported me was just to let me be me. And then my stepfather, later years, put the video camera in my hand. So that's how I went from photography to motion photography. And it's ever since then, it's always been into film. Then that led into my love of movies. Spending a lot of time all my young years sitting in the house playing with my camera, shooting. I showed you a video of my son.
Okay.
That's what I did. I did that as a teenager. So it's funny to see my 4-year-old son doing what I did as a teenager. It just shows you its legacy happening right there in your face. It's ill. It's the illest shit I've ever witnessed in my life. Let me even take a step back. My first ever interaction with film and being inspired to even be in film was when I was a teenager. School Days came out. She Gotta Have It already came out. So Spike was already this new budding personality. I never seen nobody that looked closely to me who was from Brooklyn, who was on that level of being in the business film like that. I didn't really know too much about the Melvin Van Peebles at that time and all that other stuff. But so Spike intrigued me because seeing him made me feel like, okay, I can maybe do that. So then I went to the movies for the first time by myself. First time I ever went to a movie by myself was to see School Days. And I walked out that movie theater with a whole new...
Were you singing? It's just a chill.
Nah, I walked out of that with a whole new direction in life. Mind you, in high school, I'm shooting. I'm this is early on. I ain't dating myself, but early on, I'm walking around with a video camera in high school, videotaping.
Switching tapes. At the time, it was a video camera with a long wire that had to go onto a VCR pack. And I'm walking around East New York with this shit. And nobody fucked with me. I don't know why. Like Radio Raheem.
Nobody fucked with me. But yeah, so when I left high school, went to college that first year, Malcolm X was being filmed. And I remember that day, man. It was I ain't even have no plans or knowledge of being in it. I just know I wanted to be on a set. And some girl that I knew in school said, yo, I'm going to be an extra in Malcolm X. This was like 4 o'clock. So I said, can I just go with you just to see it? Got on the set as an extra in Malcolm X. 4 in the morning, got on the set. It was 125th Street. There was a scene where Malcolm X character was coming to New York for the first time, had this yellow hat, zoot suit on, boom, boom. So I'm sitting there, they position me, say, wait right here. When they said action, you walk out here, walk this way, walk that way. I said, okay. I was with my friend that brought me there. Denzel comes out, and basically how close we are right here, he's right there getting ready for the scene. So out the gate, I'm thrusted into all of this shit, and then the scene action, we walk out. So if you watch that movie,
so but at that moment you weren't even thinking about being an intern for Spike.
No. I didn't know anything about how to get into business and all that other stuff, and here I am standing there.
It's a bit ironic that eventually you end up working for the man directing that movie.
Yeah. And I wound up going to Kingsborough Community College because I thought they had a television course. I went there, they didn't really have nothing. So, but what happened was, what led me to Kingsborough Community College was meeting this one dude, and to this day, I don't remember what he looks like or what his name was, but he was the one that informed me that Spike Lee was having a test for interns for his next movie. He gave me the information. I went. I ain't seen this dude. Don't know who he is.
He's like a spirit. Like he just showed up.
He might have been an angel or something for real, because it's like, I don't know what made him tell me that, but I went for the test, got the internship. So I wound up taking off from school to work on Clockers. He was doing Clockers that year. That was 94. So I interned on Clockers.
Yeah, what was that first moment like when you had to, do the test for Spike and,
I did the test. I interned in locations department. And locations department was a good start, because that was the department that found the sets, did the business of locking in the sets, and then taking care of the sets and all that. So that was a nice thrust in there.
What did you have to do as an intern?
As an intern, I cleaned shit out of toilets.
You're not serious, are you?
I'm dead serious. I had to clean, because
Spike is the man.
Well, we handled the locations. So some of the locations that we shot at were like abandoned buildings, and we had to go in there. We had to clean that shit out. And, then it's like the Ahab set, the restaurant. It had a bathroom in the side that I had to go in there. People was going in there middle of the night shitting in there. You can't have a shitty smelling set. Somebody got to go. Of course, they're going to make the interns go. So I had to go clean shit.
Was there ever a moment that you were like, I'm not doing this shit no more, literally?
Never, ever.
You never thought twice?
Cleaned the shit out of that shit. That's why it bugs me out when people talk about, they come out the gate and say they should deserve to be in certain positions, where it's like, you didn't put that work in, man. Like, you in.
So you believe in paying your dues?
Hell yeah.